With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello everyone, so the question here is of assertion and reason type. Assertion statement says that consciousness is a defining property of living organisms. Reason statement says that human being is the only organism that has self-consciousness. Options are assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Both assertion and reason are true, but as reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Both assertion and reason are false. So here the term or the defining property which is being discussed is consciousness and self-consciousness among the living organisms, right? So when we talk about the living organisms, so what do we see? That the living organisms, they have an inherent ability to sense their surroundings or environment, and environment and respond to their environmental stimuli and respond to their environmental stimuli, right? So among the living organisms we have two of them. First is plants and second is the animals, right? The living organism, they are different from the non-living organisms by this only property, that is consciousness. By the property that defines the living organisms and that differentiates the living organisms from the non-living ones is the consciousness, that all the living organisms, they have a constant ability, they have an inherent ability to sense their surroundings and respond accordingly to that. And while the living organisms, the non-living organisms, they do not have a property which is consciousness, and they cannot respond, they cannot sense the surroundings and their environment, and they cannot even respond to that accordingly, right? So the living organisms, they only have the property of this consciousness. So as per the assertion statement that consciousness is a defining property of living organisms, what do we see here? That consciousness is the defining property of living organism statement of assertion is true, right? So here now we have the living organisms, like two of them, the plants and the animals. So what do we see for both of them? That they both have the ability of consciousness, right? That is, they both respond to the external stimuli. They both respond to external stimuli. And among the animals, when we talk about the human beings, so the human beings are the only animals that have a property of self-consciousness, that is awareness about themselves, one's own self. Self-consciousness means awareness about one's own self. So human beings are the only organisms that have self consciousness, that is awareness about one's own self, right? So here we can see that both the statements are correct, but the statement that consciousness is a defining property of living organisms is It is just not explained by the reason statement, that is human being is the only organism that has self-consciousness, though both of them are correct. So here the answer will be, for the given question, the answer will be, if both assertion and reason are true, if both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not correct explanation of assertion. But reason is not correct explanation of assertion. Correct explanation of assertion. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.